Welcome to 2021 spring semester. This class is about the data mining. It associates with three CRN numbers. The first one is the undergraduate level. The next one is the graduate level. The third one is a special one that designated for the students who are enrolled in 4+1 program. If you are in 4+1 program, you have to register in this CRN number so that your credit will be able to count toward both undergraduate and graduate level. If you are interested in knowing more about the 4+1, you are welcome to chat with me and I can provide you more information. Now, let's take a look of the data mining course. This video would be separated into three parts. The first part is about the course policy, talking about the course. Next one is going to be a class policy, talking about the rules that I have set up for the class. And finally, we will take a look of the traditional syllabus style to look into the schedule for the whole semester. Starting with the catalog description, this course is an elective course and introduce a basic concept, principles, and state-of-the-art techniques for data mining, including introduction to the data mining, data preprocessing, data warehouse, association rule, classification, and clustering. Specific applications in financial data as well as some bioinformatics are going to be included. So the prerequisite for this class is CSCI 3360 database systems. You have to take that course before you can register in this course so that you know the ideas about the databases as well as have the capability to work as a team with other team members. So that is a prerequisite. If you have not taken database class, please do not take this course. The goal of this course is try to introduce you guys the concept, principle, technologies, and practices of knowledge, discovery, and data mining. So that is going to be an interesting thing. You need to understand, data mining is a technique that try to find information or knowledge from a large amount of data. And that is exactly what we are trying to learn throughout this class. So the objective of this class is going to be master the key concepts and principles employed in the data mining. There are three major techniques used in data mining. One is classification, one is association rules, the last one is about the clustering. So we will talk about each one of that, and each one of that has multiple algorithms associated with the topic, so it will be pretty interesting. And then see how can we do the similar things with different technique or different concepts to achieve that. We also specify the relations between data mining, data warehouse, and database systems. Obviously, they have been strongly linked together, and what is the connection between them is going to be something that we want to look into. We want to learn how to mine frequent patterns, associations, and correlations from different type of data. When you shop on Amazon, while you are looking at a camera body, you always see that people or a customer who interested in this one may also interested in the following things. How do they know those recommendations? That's what we call about the frequent patterns, associations, and correlations. So how can we create those recommendations is going to be an interesting topic that we will learn in this class. Apply classification techniques for rule extraction and prediction. So we can build up some models to do some predictions, and that is fall into the category of the classification, which is probably like the big area in data mining, as well as artificial intelligence or deep learning. We also want to learn how to find meaningful clusters and explain the clustering results. So those are the important things that we want to learn. And for graduate students, you will need to learn a little bit more. So what I'm expecting you guys to do is be able to demonstrate ability to understand and present some data mining related papers, and that would be something extra you would need to do as a graduate student. The textbook that we are going to use is Data Mining Concept and Techniques. This book is written by Han Jiawei. He is probably one of the most famous guy in data mining. He's currently teaching in University of Illinois Urban-Champaign. So the book that I like is actually pretty useful. It's not necessary that you have to purchase it, but in my opinion, if you can have the book, it's going to be very, very useful and very, very helpful in the future. I try to reference back to the book from time to time, even I am in this research area. So the book I listed over here is the second edition. It will looks like this one, and this has a newer edition, which is the third edition, that it looks slightly different from the previous one. Both books are fine. Whichever that you can find is going to be useful for you guys. There are many other references that will be used, including some books, some papers, so that I will provide those information to you guys. And if you are asking me, do I recommend you guys to have a book? And my answer is yes, I would highly recommend that you're going to get the book of the data mining. Here's the description. Based on what I have mentioned earlier, we will start looking into the introduction, talk about data preprocessing. How do you process the data from multiple databases or different resources, collect them together, forming a centralized database, and that can be a data warehouse that we are looking into. So data warehouse is a very different perspective than database, and we will talk about what's the difference between those. And these are considered as the introduction data preprocessing part, and after that we will look into three major categories of the data mining, including association rules, classification, and clustering. So here is how I'm going to grade your grades in the end of the semester. For undergraduate student, you will have two exams. One is midterm exam, the other one is the final exam. And I can tell you now, both exam will be take-home exam. So I will probably give you on a Tuesday and then return on Thursday, or depends on the difficulties. I can give you on Thursday and then return on the next Tuesday. So it depends on how we handle that. And each one of that will worth 20%. And you need to understand the exam is individual work. So do not talk with your other team members or other classmates, and you need to work on your own because exam is individual basis. For class project, there will be 2 course projects that associate with data mining, and each project will have a follow-up experiments. So this 2 course project is designed for you to gain some research experience. So what I would do is I will ask you to do one thing, and once the due date reaches, we will have a meeting. We will talk about it, understand what you have done, what programs that you have been working on, and then I will provide a follow-up works. And probably after that 1 week, we will meet again and then discuss about the findings. So that's what's going to happen. Right now, I designed you guys to have 2 course projects with follow-ups. So they will end up with like 4 projects, ideally, basically like that. And another 20, and that will worth 40%. Finally, class attendance / assignments will worth another 20%. So we will, I will provide you guys the class videos, and in the end of the video, there's usually going to have some assignments, and you need to submit those assignments on time to count as attendance, and that is the part worth 20%. For graduate students, your distribution is very similar. You have 2 exams, each one was 15%. You also have 2 course projects with online meeting and follow-ups, and that was the same thing, was another 40%. For graduate students, we can find some time and then chat a little bit. We will probably, I want to talk with you guys on the first day of the meeting. There's a choice that going to substitute the course project with some research projects, so that if you already have some research project or you want to initiate some research projects, we don't necessarily have to do the course project. We can work on research, a real research, so that be beneficial for you to learn. So I will want to spend some other time to talk with graduate students separately, and then talk about what is the plan that we might have for the whole semester. For graduate students, you will need to have a presentation on a assigned research paper, so that you need to prepare a video, and then we will share that with all the classmates about the presentations that you're going to make. And also, you'll have 20% of the class attendance assignments counting toward your final grade. So the later grades are the traditional things, A, B, C, D, F, following by the numerical scores. I do not do curve, so whatever scores you receive is the scores that you have over there. In other words, if your grade comes to 89.5, then your later grade is going to be B. Unless it's like very, very close to A, 89.9, I will probably going to give you an A instead of a B. So the final day to withdraw the class is going to be on April 12th. Make sure you check that date and make sure that's going to be the right day for you to drop the course. So this is about the course policy. Now let us talk about the class policy. My name is Bernard Chen. I joined UCA since 2008, so I've been working here for 13 years now. Most of my courses are related to data. So I start with teaching data structure. I'm teaching databases right now. So many of you probably took my database course already. And data mining is one of my important elective courses that I offer here. I'm also offering some higher level courses regarding to the data science, including applied data science as well as applied data mining. Some of them are even 6,000 level courses. So my research area is all about data, and those are the courses I mainly focus on. My office is in MCS 304. And the best way to reach me during this pandemic situation is through email. So when you try to email me, make sure that you put CSCI 4370 or 5370 on the subject, so that I would know this is a very important email coming from my students. Okay, so make sure you do that so that I will pay attention to your email. Otherwise, I might just ignore that, because you know how many emails that we receive from day to day. The class schedule is originally designated at 10:50 until 12:05, but of course, because of the pandemic situation, we are not going to meet in the classroom. And therefore, the class delivery, I will deliver all lectures online through Blackboard in a asynchronous format, which means that I will post the videos on Blackboard, and you watch those videos to learn the materials. Okay, there will be some possible, based on the choice of the team and pandemic situation, we may have some face-to-face meetings for project submission or presentation or discussion for the students. But it will depending on the situation. If the situation is as bad as right now, we probably don't want to meet face-to-face. The class material will be available online before 8 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday during the class weeks, so that those videos will be available on the Blackboard. You will also have the class online support to meet with me to discuss anything related to the class, including class material, assignment, project, exam, and even career works. So the design is this. You watch my videos. Originally, our class is like at 10:50. So saying that you want to sit in front of your computer at 10:50, you can start watching the video, because the video will be available before 8 a.m. And you can go to your computer earlier to watch those videos. You may have some questions. You may have something that you want to discuss with me. And so that during the regular time, I do offer you a class online support on Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 12. And this is the Google Meet link that I created for the whole semester. So just one link and you can use the whole semester. So you can come in, we can chat. And of course, if that's the time for us to look into the course project, then we will need to meet all together with your team members during the class hours. And we would, at the time, we will set up a meeting time and all of the members supposed to come in and we can talk about it. When you join the online support, please turn on your camera if you have one, of course, so that I can talk to some real person. It's kind of hard to talk to the black screen. So make sure, come in whatever you need. As long as you want to talk with me about anything, you are welcome to come and chat with me. And if you don't have any questions, you don't need to come to the class meeting. The assignment is going to be counted toward the attendance is going to be counted based on your assignment. So as long as you submit the assignment, that attendance is counted. You don't have to come to the Google Meet to chat with me for attendance. So now attendance is mandatory. Like I said, I will use assignment to count for attendance. So you need to submit your assignment on time and your attendance will be recorded. If you miss it, there are some possible reasons that I will take the credit for that. The one is school-related functions. The next one is medical-related absence. The third one is family-related emergency. No matter which one is that, you need to provide me some documents for supporting your absence. And of course, if you miss the class, it's going to be your responsibility to catch up. And all you need to do is go to Blackboard, catch up whatever videos or assignments or announcements that they have. Make sure you be able to follow up the things that you have missed. Students need to submit their assignments given in the video lecture by the due date to count as attendance. So for homework assignment policy, no late assignment is going to be accepted. All personal project assignments must be individual basis unless it's a team project. So you need to make sure you submit your own work. Blackboard has a very good plagiarism detecting system. So when you submit those things, they will do an automatic analysis. Don't do something stupid, please. And it's going to be the same thing for the exam as well, since the exam is going to be take-home exam. It is take-home because I trust you guys, and you need to do your own part of the work. The rest part of it are pretty straightforward, and there are some materials that are required by UCA to put in over there, including academic misconduct, university policies, building emergency plan, disabilities, etc. And the only special thing over here is for any face-to-face meetings, as if we have one, all students are expected to comply with the university policy regarding to the face covering. The policy and other information is going to be available in the link. So make sure you follow all the guidelines over there if we have a good opportunity to meet up with each other. So finally, this is the syllabus that I designed for this class. Starting from the first week, we will look into the introduction, including the syllabus for this class. In the next one, we will look into a video talking about the introduction to data mining. So that's what we're going to see for the first week. The next week is going to look into data preprocessing. So we will talk about data cleaning, data integration, as well as data reduction. Then we will study about data warehouse. Data warehouse has many interesting things, and it's going to be very different from our daily transactional database. So we want to make sure we understand the difference between that. After that, we will study the first important topic in introducing in the data mining. So the first thing we're going to study is about the classification. And there are many different classification algorithms that can be learned from it. And so that we will talk those things one by one. It will take about 2 to 3 weeks to finish the whole topics about the classification so that we will be able to do some projects. Like I said, it's going to be a team project. I am thinking about 3 people in a team right now. That may be changed depending on how many students enroll in the class in the end of the registration period. So we will spend about like 1 week to work on some research experience-like projects, and then we will have our midterm. After the midterm, we will start looking into the association rules to find out how can we find one thing associated with another, or how can we find out association between 3 items, 4 items, etc. And how can we use those concepts to find interesting informations. Then we will look into the last part of the category in data mining, which is about clustering. So we will try to group things together and find some information from each group. And that will be the last major topic we want to discuss. And it will take about 3 weeks to finish that discussion. And then we will do the second project, research project with the follow-up and meetings, and then we will come into the final exam. So it's not really a semester project presentation. It's actually going to be the final exam over here. And the syllabus present here is a plan. Some deviations may be happening, but this gives you a big idea about what we are going to look for the whole semester. And I hope you can enjoy this interesting topic. Personally, I like this class a lot, and it takes your efforts and my efforts together to make it become a great experience. So if you have any recommendations, suggestions, or anything, feel free to talk with me either by email or come to the class online support. I'll be waiting here for you on every Tuesday to Thursday. And if there's anything I can help, including maybe you are interested in data science, or you are actually in the data science concentration right now, whatever things that I can help you, please let me know, and I would love to work with you and then have a good experience in this semester.